Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Terraria. So I was just kind of randomly doing a little bit of cave diving or exploring, and I came across these new blocks, so I'm pretty sure as I go down here, I can sort of see the entrance to my underground jungle, although I don't know, I haven't been there yet. So this forced me to do some pretty draconian inventory management, and I tossed all the items that I very rarely use into this pit over here, and you know, that's created some space in my inventory so that if I find some good loot down here, then I can take it back to base with me. I'm starting to feel like I'm really close to the end of the game. I mean, I don't know much about the underground jungle, and I know technically the game has no real end to it. The only end is your imagination, as the marketing department for the game would probably say if a marketing department for this game existed. But you know, I'm not really sure what to do in the underground jungle beyond, like, explore for loot, and I guess I can find, or, you know, like, farm for jungle armor off of these hornets, but I'm not really sure why I need better armor at this point. I mean, I've already beaten all, like, the hardest bosses in the game, and unless these hornets are, like, hard as hell, then I don't really see why I would need better armor. And I mean, if the hornets drop the armor and the hornets are hard as hell, obviously by the time I get the armor, I've probably kind of tired of killing hornets at this point. But you know what? Let's go in here anyway. I'm gonna make the best of it. I'm in no way meaning to disparage Terraria when I say things like that. It's been a great game. I'm just not sure how much of it is left. Did I just pick up something different there? That was just a strange colored stone block. Anyway, let's bust in and start killing these hornets. First I gotta switch to the Muramasa. There we go. I think we got, what, 100 health each? Okay, not a problem right now, but you know, maybe if I get swarmed. Let's see. You know, I never understood people who were afraid of bees unless they were allergic. You know, spiders, jellyfish, I totally understand those, but, you know, bees, whatever. Hurts a little bit, then you're done. So I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, the arms dealer got slayed again, by the way. I bet you couldn't have predicted that. I'm not really sure what the method for exploring the underground jungle is. I'm pretty much just gonna go freeform as I always do. Keep cutting up these thorns before they cut me up. These actually do a lot more damage than the thorns and the corruption do. It's got a lot of pots down here, and these pots actually seem to have relatively useful items in them so far. But I guess if I'm following... Oh, I'm exiting out. If I'm following Terraria's pattern so far, I'm definitely looking for chests, not just pots. Now, can I drop down here? I can't take fall damage, so I might as well just drop down, I guess. Ooh, there's a light source going on in there. I'm not sure what's up with that. But let's... Is that really... I think that is a light source. Alright, let's crack in there and see what's going on. Is that a single piece of gold ore? Actually, I should probably drop that. My inventory is filling up fast, and I really don't have any need for gold. Toss it there, into the spot where I'm inevitably going to pick it up in 2 seconds as I mine forward anyway. What is this yellow thing here? Oh, it was absolutely nothing. Alright, I can get behind that. Toss this gold ore down here, because I really don't need it. I should really just build a house down here so the merchant can show up, and then I could use him as a garbage disposal inside the underground jungle. What are those things? Okay, keep going. I'm just getting the pot in here. I really don't need this gold reserve unless I want to make an entire house out of the precious metal. And I guess I'll just keep going down? Or going sideways, I guess, here. See some more thorns through here. I think I might have done Terraria in the wrong order, as sad as that is to say. I'm pretty sure the underground, or hell as I call it, is supposed to come last, and like the dungeon and the underground jungle are supposed to come first. And in that way, I actually made the game a little bit artificially more difficult than it was, because obviously I was going someplace I shouldn't have been for quite some time. But I've also kind of spoiled some of these later environments for me. Whoa, a piranha plant? Because... like, they aren't as difficult as they should be. Anyway, what is that guy? Let's see, skeleton. Oh, I guess they changed the skeleton sprites, which is cool, I guess. Even though this looks a lot more like, you know, what a typical zombie would look like. Let's see, let's hit this guy up here. Not a real problem as long as you use a ranged weapon. Break open that pot. Take him out. All right, that wasn't really difficult in the least. Pretty disappointed with the challenge level offered by the underground jungle right now. But I know there's some cool loot that you can find down here, like, there's an updated grappling hook called, I think the, what is that called? Like the Vine something? I can't remember. We'll know it when we see it, if we see it. And I'm falling. I'm falling a lot. Okay. Took myself way down there, which is, I don't know, alright, I guess. I don't necessarily see any for sure negatives to that. Any undeniable negatives. Makes my exploring a little bit quicker, if less thorough. I'm alright with that, though. We'll just keep going, exploring and exploring. So oh, life crystal. Alright, still useful. I mean, there is, I guess, a certain sense of contradiction there, that I'm like, I don't really need good armor, but every time I see a life crystal, I'm like, ooh, sign me up. So here, I'll take out my hammer, doing 2 damage to these hornets. Nice. Bust that open. Really should update my hammer, but it's kind of become my trademark now, I guess. Just hanging out with my stone or iron hammer. I can't honestly remember which one it is. So let's take out the life crystal. Use that. Potions back in that slot. Toss these gels over the side. Again, just to pick them up a second later. Hornets really aren't much of a problem at all right now. I wonder, is it the hornets that actually drop the loot? Or is there some kind of boss down here? Let's cut open. Let's flood this cave so I can breathe again. Hopefully. There we go. And then we'll just keep... Actually, I'll come up through here. There's some pots in here. Maybe something useful. Lots of thorns, which, you know, seems to indicate this could be a profitable path for me to take. And as we close out this Terraria Let's Play, and I'm not saying this is the last part, but I mean, we're approaching the end, clearly. I'm kind of hesitating to call it, like, the conclusion of the Let's Play, because they're always going to keep updating the game. Like, they've got plans for a ton of new areas, and of course, as they update the game, I will continue to update this Let's Play as best as I can. But I'm running out of things to do beyond just, you know, making construction and trying to, I guess, come up with new machines. But the game doesn't really have that much in the way of, like, physics-based devices that I can make. Like, it's a little bit dissimilar to Minecraft in that way. Like, I can never make probably something that would shoot arrows way into the sky or launch a pig into space or anything like that. It's much more linear, which is fine, especially since I'm probably gonna drown. Oh, okay, made it out. But, I mean, it's fine. The game had a lot more focus to it, which was good and which is welcome. But this is definitely not going to be a Let's Play that has no end. It's not going to go on ad infinitum, as I so like to say. But I've had a really fun time with it, and I hope you guys have as well. I'm not saying, again, I'm not saying this video is the end. What I am saying is the pace might slow, and let's just be thankful for the time we've had, you know? Let's just focus on the great relationship that we've had over these past few weeks. And, you know, as I say that, and awkwardly transition into us talking about our relationship. No, I'm just joking. I'm gonna try to flood this cave, and I'm kind of feeling like the underground jungle is getting a little bit claustrophobic down here. I'm gonna go back up and do some exploring down side passages, because I feel like I might have missed almost all of those. Oh, you know, I remember the name of an item down here. It's a sword called the Blade of Grass. But I haven't encountered that yet, or really anything even close to that yet. And, oh no, there's another cavern over there. Okay, I thought I was reaching the end of what I could show here. Got some sapphires. I guess I could go up and sell those. But what would I buy with them, right? Like, I've already got the mini shark. I might just drown down here, like, alone in a cave. Like, it's the perfect storm. Here we go, come up. Yeah, the water level's getting pretty low here. What are these hornets doing underwater? That's the scariest part, is that these hornets have successfully mastered underwater exploration. Which is scary, because that's the way that, like, the most reliable way to kill hornets, in my experience, is to drown them. And that's the most reliable way to kill a Terrarian as well, so let's hang glide out of there for a second. I know it wasn't really hang gliding, but it sounded cool. Allow me that. This is probably the most dangerous mining I've done so far in the game, especially since I don't know how to make air pockets for myself beyond doing that and getting lucky. I know there is a method. You make something like a backwards L, and then it creates an automatic air pocket for you. I've just never really been in a situation where it became too much of a problem. I think the only time I drowned was in a video that actually corrupted, so I never got a chance to show it, but basically I was just talking. I'm like, I'm gonna break the shadow orb that's underwater, blah blah blah. You know, as I like to do, talking about things that weren't necessarily relevant, and when I wasn't looking, all my air ran out and I died. Ah, another life crystal, excellent. And another man-eater. It's gonna make me work hard, make me sweat hard, and forgotten all the other lyrics to that Natalie... What was it? Nelly Furtado song, wow. Blast from the past reminds me of my senior prom. And now I've actually got to make space in my inventory to fit this in. Well, okay. Toss the gel, toss the mud. Yes, get to the life crystal. And then toss the mud again. Really don't need that. So how am I doing on health? I think I'm getting pretty close to the max, actually. Jesus, I can't take anything out of my inventory for 2 seconds. Really should have done some more inventory management before I came down here. But being down here was a surprise. I didn't expect to be here. Oh, who turned out the lights? Okay. Cast it again, why not, right? Kill this hornet. I wonder if the man-eater must do a lot of damage if it's going to live up to its name. At least I'm finally getting out of the underwater sections here. Keep going. Really expected to find... I expected this to be more like the dungeon where there was loot all over the place, but I haven't seen any of that yet. I might be missing something with these, whatever's producing the light, these, like, yellow spores that are going on. Maybe those are what you use to make cobalt armor, I don't know. I'm getting some serious lack of cobalt right now, which is fine with me. I mean, I'm really happy with the armor I have right now, but... Put it this way, the underground jungle is not blowing me away in terms of loot right now, which makes it a little bit incongruous with the rest of the game. I'm really looking forward to seeing like the new areas that Redigit is going to put into this game because, you know, here's the deal. A lot of people are saying that Terraria doesn't have a lot going on, and to some extent that's true when you compare it to Minecraft. Minecraft definitely has more of an aesthetic or more of a hook where you can continue playing it for long periods of time. Essentially, the world is only as small as you make it out to be. With this game, you run out of things to do. I wouldn't say quickly. I've definitely gotten close to, I don't know, maybe 12 to 20 hours out of the game. As I mean, you can test it for yourself. This is part 29, and each one probably averages around, I don't know, 10 to 12 minutes. So, you know, I'm getting a fair amount of time out of this game, absolutely. And of course, I'm playing a little bit off camera as well, so... you know, I've put a lot of time into this game. It's definitely worth the $10 they're charging. I don't think anyone is debating that. But, you know, it would be nice to have some more areas to go to, because once you finish this, I mean, I'm not sure anybody really wants to go back and play through Terraria again. I mean, maybe some people do. I could be wrong about that. Maybe people want to do things differently. They're going to come up with their own variants, like maybe do a hardcore playthrough where they don't use armor, or, I don't know. Try not to skip tiers, as I quite clearly did in this. But for the most part, I think the replay value is pretty low right now, and part of the fun with these games is having one persistent world and just kind of sticking with that, and seeing how far that'll take you. So I'd really like to see some new stuff in the game. No rush, of course. Lots of great games have come out recently. But, toss this overboard, toss the sand overboard. Of course, that being said, I am, oh, Jungle Rose, what's that? I'll check that out later. I'm looking forward to seeing some new stuff put into the game. And now that I think Blue and Redigit and all the guys that made this game have more time on their hands, and of course by time I mean, you know, buckets and buckets of gold doubloons, I'm interested to see the stuff that they come out with. I'm sure it'll be great. Oh, and there's a chest actually. I finally found a chest. I got some good karma from talking nice about these guys. Alright, let's see what's in there. Take out this hornet first. Nothing worse than getting a bee sting. Stick of dynamite, that's not really that useful for me, unless I plan to do a little bit more excavating. And there's another life crystal, but I'm pretty sure I actually reached max life while I was down here. Hopefully if they add in higher areas, or like higher level areas, they add in bigger bosses. And if they add in bigger and harder bosses, I hope they add in an increased cap for life. But let's bust this open and see if I am indeed at maximum life. I don't think I've ever seen anybody pass 2 hearts. Where's my hammer? There we go. 2. Crack it open. Pick up the life crystal by tossing some sand overboard. Keep getting stung by this bee. Oh, no, didn't do anything, I don't think. Let's check. Yeah, alright, max life. Well, I mean, at least I've accomplished something in this game. Is there a chest down here? Can't really see. I know I'm not doing the greatest exploring right now. I kind of feel like the incentive for me to explore a lot is lost. None of these materials are really that useful right now. At least I have learned that if I want to get some gold, I know exactly where to go for that now. Underground jungle is packing. Did this man-eater just spawn in that spot where I got the chest before? Or is this a chest that I haven't seen? No, I've definitely seen that chest. Let's keep going down this way. Not too much in terms of loot here. I wonder if the jungle... Oh, another life crystal. Not really necessary. This is what I mean when I say that this is probably an area you'd go to before you go to the underworld in order to build up your supply of life. Bring me to life, if you will. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, as my inventory fills up here, I'm pretty much done with the underground jungle for now. Let's see. Like, I really have no interest, unfortunately, in getting, like, the absolute best armor. I feel like it's impractical. I don't even really have to spend that much more time in the underworld. Or same thing in terms of getting the best sword and the best tools and stuff like that. I feel like the setup that I have right now is good enough. So my incentive to continue mining, which can sometimes be tedious, is a little bit non-existent at this point. I'm gonna keep looking for loot, but I think I'll head back to the surface soon and end this video. If it sounds like I'm souring on Terraria, I'm really not. I'm just coming to terms with the fact that the game doesn't necessarily have infinite replay value, but again, what game does? This is still, if I was prone to making lists like this would probably be my favorite, definitely my favorite indie game of the year so far. Favorite game of the year so far? Probably a frontrunner, absolutely. Alright, I'm gonna head back to base. I feel like I've seen what I need to see there for a while, and I still have to get rid of this obsidian in my inventory, but I need to do some duping in here. Oh, the arms dealer's back. I forgot that from the earlier part of this video. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm not sure what the next part is going to be, but I definitely have to do some construction to make it so I'm happy with my house. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.